everybody, this is Jay Thorn here. I'm excited to be with you at the Fiction Marketing Academy Summit. I have what I hope will be a really useful, concise session for you. This is using ChatGPT to write your sales description for your book, including a list of keywords that you can use in your marketplace dashboard, such as KDP keywords, or keywords anywhere else for that matter, that are generated for you by AI. So a couple things before we start. You're looking at a book that I'm publishing soon, and I'm using this as an example, and you'll see that in a moment. But I just kind of wanted to fill you in on a few things. First of all, if you've never used AI before, this is a great opportunity to just see what it can do. To be clear, we're not using AI to do any of the writing or revising. This is not about the craft aspect. This is all about the sales and marketing side, which is really where the AI is incredibly powerful. It has the ability to scan, learn, and analyze a lot of very effective sales copy and keywords and titles and such across all platforms. And it really does an incredible job. I will say in this demo, you're going to see I'm using ChatGPT Plus. That is, as of October 2023, that is the premium or paid version. It's $20 a month. If you're not familiar, don't be misled. You might think that the free version, which is 3.5, is only 0.5 less than the 4.0 version. It is a world apart. Even if you're only going to write one book description, it is worth paying the $20 for 1 month of ChatGPT Plus to do your description. It will cost you 20 bucks. That is a great deal. I'm telling you, you can do this with the free version. It is not even close to as good as the paid version. So just something to keep in mind. I'm also going to mention, I'm not going to do this in this demo, but I don't believe there's any, in my opinion, any ethical issues with using comps. Now, if you are using AI to write, and you're telling it to write in the voice of J.K. Rowling or Stephen King, I don't think that's ethical or responsible use. And furthermore, you don't want to be publishing books in someone else's voice. So when it comes to the creative side, the writing side, I don't think it's ethical or wise to use comps. However, on the marketing side, not only is it acceptable, but it's pretty apparent and obvious. And you might read book descriptions that say, if you love Jack Reacher, you'll love this series, right? And that's totally acceptable. There's no problem with that. You're basically giving the reader a comp. You're letting the reader know what kind of experience to expect. Now, I'm not using that in this format, but I think if you want to use it and tweak the prompt to suit that for you, I don't see an issue with it. But again, that's going to be a personal choice and you can decide. All right, so let's get into this. I've really done a lot of the work for you. I've developed about a 1,000-word prompt. And what's great about this is you're going to, whether it's right below the video or there's a link to it, you'll be able to copy and paste this prompt, and then you can save it. And you can use it over and over again. You can tweak it. You can adjust it. You can adjust it based on genre. You can adjust it based on the book. And you're going to see how powerful this is. In fact, I'm going to show you how to generate multiple versions so you can really pick and choose the best elements of what comes up. So again, this is a thriller that I'm releasing, and this is the example that is in the template. So just if you were curious where this came from, it did come from an actual book. And this was a product description that I wrote a long time ago without AI. So I did a lot of studying on what makes a good book description, how it's effective. I learned a lot from Brian Meeks and his product descriptions. So, but you don't have to worry about all that because that is built into the prompt for you. So let's take a look at the template. I'll give you a quick explanation of what this template is, and then I'm going to show you how to use it. Again, don't be overwhelmed. This is This is a very extensive 4-page prompt. And I have created this so that you can basically just plug your information in and then copy and paste this into ChatGPT to get your book description. And I think it's important to note here that there's a misunderstanding about how effective prompting is, and I always say it's process over prompt. So this isn't a simple write me a book description and give it my title, because if you put that into ChatGPT, you're not going to get anything. The more detailed, nuanced, and extensive you can be in what you give ChatGPT, the better response you're going to get. So put as much detail as you can in here, and it will definitely help. So let me show you how this works. Basically, what you're going to do is, I like to say hi to ChatGPT. I like to teach it good manners, even though I know it's not a person. This is a 3-step process that we're teaching ChatGPT how to do. So number one, we're going to give it the format. And this is the format. And you'll notice that there are brackets where you're going to put your information, such as your book title. We're going to come back to that. But I just kind of want to give you an overview of this. So this is the format that we're teaching ChatGPT to use. And again, you can change this. You can alter this. If there's something in here you don't like, something you want to add, by all means, change it up. And then, this is really important, I give ChatGPT an example. Because if you give it the format and then give it an example, that's how it knows what you want. It's the most effective way to use ChatGPT, is always give it an example no matter what you're creating. So here's the example from the book I showed you. It's the title, the name, all of the information. I've plugged this all in. And then it shows starting here, this is the book description that is on Amazon. So I showed ChatGPT how I plugged it into the format and then the result. And then step 3 is I'm telling ChatGPT, now you're going to do this for my book. And again, I have the template and I have bracketed places where I am going to put my specific information. And then at the end, I'm telling ChatGPT, now craft a description based on these details, add a compelling question or intriguing comment as the first line. Again, you can tweak that, adjust it, remove it, however you want to do it. And then this is a nice little touch here. Add at the end a list of 50 SEO optimized keywords or phrases that a reader of the genre might use when searching for a book on Amazon. Now, I'm not including categories here. Amazon recently changed their categories. You can only pick 3, and you have to kind of drill down from them. If you and I don't think ChatGPT would be good on something that platform specific. In fact, I would recommend Publisher Rocket from Kindlepreneur Dave Chesson. That's a great tool for figuring out your categories. But you can use this process that I'm showing you here for your description and for your keywords. And those keywords can be used in your KDP dashboard. They can be used in social media. They can be used in AMS ads. You can use them anywhere. Let's take a look at the example. Now, to be clear, this is not a real book. In fact, as I was doing this, I thought, you know what would be really cool is to go through this process with an idea and then decide which book to write. Like I might do this with 3 or 4 different ideas and then pick the one I like the best to write. So instead of doing this at the end of the book writing process, starting with it. I don't know, it's an interesting concept. You might want to check it out. All right, so this is the prompt example. Again, this is all the template I've created for you. So you don't have to do anything with any of this, but you're going to go down to number 3. This is where you give ChatGPT the information from your book. So in this example, and you'll be able to read this, I'm not going to bore you and read through the whole thing. You're going to see in brackets where I have inputted information. So the book I've just made up is called Stranded, a post-apocalyptic thriller. Not a great title. You could workshop that with ChatGPT and come up with a whole bunch of others. But what's important is you're going to see how I've input information into each one of these template categories so that ChatGPT can generate the description for me. So an example, the main character's central desire or goal and I said to remain hidden from roving gangs. So that's what my protagonist is trying to do. So I filled this all in, right? And now I'm ready to plug it into ChatGPT. Now this can take you a while, depending. Again, the more you put in here, the more you put in step number 3 inside these brackets, the more specific you can be, the better result you're going to get. That goes for genre, theme and description, anything you want to add here. The more you add, the better it's going to be. All right. So let me pop over to show you. Here's ChatGPT. Again, I'm using for the paid version. You can use just the default. All right. Here's the text box. If you've never used ChatGPT before, once you have your account, you're going to go to your prompt that you've made. Right. So, and I'm just going to select all and copy it. And now I'm going to paste that into the ChatGPT text box. All right, so there it is. Again, this is that 1,000 word prompt that I've already put together for you. And you click on the little arrow, and here we go. You can see it in real time as ChatGPT is writing my sales description based on the information I gave it. Put the title, bolded the title up top. It opened with that hooky question or comment that I suggested. And let's see, it should write our 50 keywords at the end. Let's see what it does here. All right, yeah, it's finishing up. Grab your copy now, and there it is. SEO optimized keywords for Amazon, and it is going to crank those out. While it's doing that, if we go back and look at what it generated, again, you can see here's the title. Here is that hooky question. And, here's the rest of the book. And again, this is kind of interesting to do before you write the book, maybe to decide if you want to write it. And then you end with your call to action of grab your copy now. And there are the, 50 keywords. And then ChatGPT is wishing me well with my book. Right? So you can see how effective this is. Now, you might not just copy and paste this description verbatim and use it. I would probably tweak it just to suit my own needs. But I would say for my own perspective, this is like 90% there, maybe 95% there. Again, there might be nuances. There might be words or phrases or specifics that I might tweak. I might tweak the amount of white space that's in it. These are a little chunky paragraphs, but I mean, again, you could even put that into the prompt and see if it'll do it off the top. I like to kind of have the final say in it. All right, so now here's where it gets really crazy, and this is where you get the power of the AI. Like the AI is not going to get irritated or tired or upset with you. So let's say I get this, right? What I can do now is I can say, thanks. This is great. Please generate another version that is more intense. And this is just a very simple tweak I'm asking for. You could really get detailed on how you want it to write another version, but watch what happens. Here we go again. I love that opening. In a shattered world, one choice could cost him everything. All right, so as we can see here, I could go through here and pick out areas where this is definitely more intense than the first one. I can even see words like heart-pounding race against time, great keywords, right, especially for the genre. Hope this intensified version better captures the essence of your story. And I could keep doing this. I could say, try one with a romantic spin. Let's see what it does. Oh, look at that opening line. In the ashes of the world, can love still find a way? I'm just amazed at how quickly this creates, based on the instructions. Discover love in the most unlikely places. All right. Again, you could I mean, you could create any number of these. I would probably have it create maybe 2 or 3 versions. I might put those in different documents. I might pull different versions, different parts of each and put them into one version. You can see the possibilities here are endless. You do have to be careful. There is diminishing returns. Like, I don't know if I would have it write 10 or 15 of these. That might be a bit overkill, but you can certainly tweak. You can tweak in 2 different ways. You can go back to the prompt, right? And you can adjust your prompt. Again, we're talking about from the section 3 down. That's where you're inputting your specific information. You can tweak that. Or when you get the results from ChatGPT, you can ask it to do different spins, different versions. I haven't tried. Well, let's try this. Let's see if it works. Let's say, please write this one in Spanish. So I don't speak Spanish. I don't know how accurate this is. So, take it with a grain of salt. But, if you were doing translations and you were selling this, in Amazon or Kobo internationally, here it's instantly translating that previous description in Spanish. It even gives you the little greeting there in Spanish, or the salutation there at the end. So, yeah, just mind-blowing, right? I mean, this is such an incredible tool. So, yeah, that's it. The prompt template is going to be available to you. You can copy paste it. If it's in a Word doc, you don't need edit access. You don't need to request access to edit it. That would edit it for everyone. You can just copy and paste it. It's just text. Or you can even add it to your own, make a copy. I think you can add it to your own Google Drive. But yeah, just copy and paste it into a text document, a Word document, another Google document, whatever. And then you'll have it and you can just tweak it. There's nothing else to do. Again, I would strongly recommend you upgrade to the ChatGPT paid version, which is 4.0 at the time of this recording, because the quality is significantly better. And, even if you're paying it for 1 month, basically this book description is costing you $20, which is amazing, especially because you get unlimited revisions, versions, translations, your keywords, all of that is in ChatGPT. So I'll just wrap and say, if you are interested in getting a free weekly newsletter with tips, tutorials, and books like this, I run the Creative AI Digest. You can go to creativeaidigest.com or creativeaidigest.beehiiv, beehiiv.com. Sign up. It's 100% free. Every week, every Monday, I put out a newsletter, and it's got all kind of tips and as I said, tutorials and things that will help you if you're a creative professional. So with writing, images, and everything else. So that's it. I hope you found this short tutorial helpful. I hope you enjoy the rest of the Fiction Marketing Academy seminar, online summit. I hope you find it helpful. And yeah, if you need to reach out, creativeaidigest.com, you subscribe there, and then you can reply to any of my emails. Good luck with your book descriptions. Catch you next time.